Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel today, and today we are jumping back into the trailer series. I know the backdoor series has been slow in coming, and I kind of did that on purpose for the simple fact of I needed time to get to work on this, and I had a whole lot of footage of the back door, which for all intents and purposes on the outside is pretty much done. There at the bottom of it I do need a trim board and cut back the flashing so that you can't see it behind the trim board. I'll do that later on. That doesn't affect the way the door is functioning right now, so I'm not that hard up on finishing it on the outside for right now. It's December, so hopefully January, February, when it's really cold and I like to try and stay inside, then I can jump on the drywall and the transition board at the bottom. I have a buddy who remodels houses, and he's going to help me with the transition board at the bottom. He says he knows a few tricks and has some tongue twister, woodworking tools that he can really make that happen and look good. So he's going to help me with that. And I need y'all to help me out. Comment down below and let me know which style of video y'all preferred for the backdoor series. Did you like the time-lapse, where it's a short video, you time-lapse everything and I just kind of talk over it and try to explain what I'm doing and the amount of time that the video is playing? Or do you prefer the longer videos where I explain what I'm doing, time-lapse a little bit, stop and explain the next process and I'm going into, and then time-lapse again? I feel that you get more information that way because you can visually see, and I take the camera and point at what I'm talking about, so you get more information out of that. I do like that style video better, but it's all what the audience wants. I can gear the video toward what y'all want to see. I can go either way. Like I said, I have a whole lot of footage as far as that series goes. But today, this is the intro for jumping back into the trailer series. I believe this is going to start part 3 of the trailer series. I can't exactly remember, and that's going to start out with metal on the ground and turning into something that looks a lot like this. At this point I'm about halfway through, so this is what you get to look forward to seeing. And I'm tired of being in the rain, I'm tired of being in the cold, I'm tired of the wind. I got a nice heated shop over here. It's not insulated, but I do have a heater and the wind doesn't blow through it, so that's a plus, and I'm ready to be in there. So today, not for this video because this is the intro for cutting the metal, but for today, for me, I'm slapping the wheels on this baby. I'm rolling into the shop and I'm going to be in there hopefully for the remainder of this build until I have to put the enclosed part of the box back onto the trailer. I'm not exactly sure where or how that's going to take place. That's up to the customer and how he wants to do it. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the video. We're going to go ahead and roll that footage. Hey y'all, welcome to part 3 of the enclosed trailer build today. We're actually going to be doing some work on the frame here. It's about 40 degrees, the sun's down behind the trees over here to my right, so we're not getting a whole lot of sun and basically just wind. So with that factoring in, it's probably high 30s. May not be cold to you wherever you're watching this, but it's colder. It's cold to me and colder than I like it. But we're still going to get to work on this thing because I really need to get it done. Today the plan is to pull measurements on this, cut the metal, tack the frame up, hopefully weld it out today, at least the main part of the frame. At that point we're going to go back and reassess the, I guess, the frame going to the hitch. I cannot think of the word for it. The customer wanted it extended about 2 feet because due to the small size of the trailer, he says it's really hard to back up, and I don't blame him. I used to have one like this. It's a pain in the butt, just the slightest turn of the steering wheel and this thing jackknifes the trailer. So that means that we're gonna have to extend it out, and I could follow the same blueprint here, but I'd have to change the angle of it a little bit to get it out as far as we need it, and then they're gonna come together. I like just putting one solid piece of metal in the front and just having one solid beam as the hitch. But on this trailer, and like many others, it's the A-frame style, so we're going to have to take it and extend and adjust the angle so that the A-frame meets further out. We'll get to that later on in the video, but like I said, today is just pulling measurements and hopefully getting the main part of the frame ready to go. You might see here on the ground, the metal is rusted. I mean, it's basic surface rust. You can just pretty much brush it off. I went on a rant in the last video about them leaving it outside. I didn't do much better. It would have been better if I had put it under my lean-to out back where I normally keep metal, but like I said, that situation wasn't working then, so I had to leave it out here. Plan was to put a tarp on it, and I got rolling into the door project and just set this to the side. Again, it's just surface rust, just brush it right off, not a big deal. But Now that we got the plan laid out for today, we're gonna get this started, get it rolling, because it's cold. I got the heater going in the shop, so I can still stay a little bit warm out here. But let's go ahead and get this the measurements knocked out real quick. If you're looking into getting into a line of tools, Milwaukee makes a great lineup of tools. I have right many of them, and this is my go-to for metal work. This is anytime cutting comes around, this is what I'm reaching for. If I can cut it with this, it will cut it to 3/8 of an inch is what it's rated for. I have done 1/2 inch, but it put off so much heat it actually damaged the plastic see-through shield here, which kind of helps you with lining up your cuts. So that needs to be replaced, but like I said, you can do more than 3/8 of an inch. It was actually 1/2 inch by 3 inches long, so that might have been why it overheated and kind of melted the inside of this clear plastic here. But this is my go-to for cutting, so if you can, line it up with Milwaukee. The Milwaukee lineup is the way to go. We got all the pieces of the frame that we need cut for right now. The main part of the frame, we got the 2 long runners and the 4 cross members. That's going to get us the main part of the frame, which is all we're looking for today. They do, like I said, have some surface rust on them and some grass stuck to them. So while we're out here, we're going to hit them with a flat wheel and clean them up a little bit. You notice I'm using my trailer here. This trailer is my go-to for everything from my mobile setup to moving equipment to moving metal and to even a workbench. This angle iron railing right here works great as a workbench, and plenty of room to put my clamps when I'm doing stuff. If I need to get to the middle, you can get up on the trailer and cut in the middle of it. If you need to get out here, you got all this room out here. So there's just so many possibilities with this trailer. This is where I like to do a lot of my work at. But we're out here in the cold instead of inside in the heat in the shop. But it's okay, we can get this knocked out real quick.